I used to audit corporate spreadsheets. Now I audit magical ledgers. The transition was seamless. Numbers are numbers, whether they track gold coins or soul fragments. I received my reincarnation assignment on a crisp Tuesday morning. A glowing envelope appeared on my desk. Inside was a contract, a brass calculator, and a map of the realm. My new title, Senior Tax Auditor for the Arcane Revenue Service. The office is located in a floating tower above the Capitol. Clouds drift past the windows, and the coffee machine occasionally summons minor imps. My supervisor, a lich named Mortis, handed me my first case file. The hero of light had saved the world. He also owed 300 gold in back taxes. Mortis smiled, revealing skeletal teeth. Collect the debt. Do not let him escape. I adjusted my glasses. Heroes are notoriously bad with finances. They loot dungeons, sell artifacts, and forget to declare income. The tax code is clear. All magical acquisitions over 50 gold require declaration. The hero ignored this rule for years. I packed my satchel, checked my calculator, and teleported to his estate. The gates were guarded by enchanted statues. I flashed my auditor badge. They stepped aside. Bureaucracy transcends magic. The estate was lavish, marble floors, golden chandeliers, and a courtyard filled with trophy dragons. I found the hero in his study, polishing a legendary sword. He looked up, confused. I introduced myself, stating my purpose. He laughed, claiming hero work is tax exempt. I opened the codebook, pointing to section 4, paragraph 12. Charitable acts do not override revenue law. He stopped laughing. I began the audit. He produced a chest of receipts, mostly stained with monster blood. I sorted them carefully, cross-referencing with market values. A dragon scale sold for 200 gold. He declared 0. A cursed amulet fetched 50. He declared 10. I tapped my calculator, noting the discrepancies. The total owed was 300 gold, plus interest. He paled, realizing the severity. I remained calm. He tried to negotiate. Offered me a rare potion instead of payment. I declined. The Arcane Revenue Service does not accept barter. Gold or magical equivalent only. He grew frustrated, pacing the room. He argued that saving the world should count as community service. I acknowledged his point, but explained that service does not replace taxation. Even legends contribute to the realm economy, he sighed, defeated. I provided payment options, lump sum, installment plan, or asset forfeiture. He chose installments, 30 gold monthly for 10 months. I drafted the contract, adding penalty clauses for late payments. He signed reluctantly, his hand shaking slightly. I stamped the document, sealing it with a verification rune. The debt was officially recorded. He asked if I enjoyed my job. I told him order brings peace. Leaving the estate, I checked my schedule. Next client, the Dark Lord of the Northern Wastes. He ran a profitable dungeon tourism business, undeclared revenue. I teleported to his fortress, navigating through lava moats and skeletal guards. They recognized the auditor badge, bowing respectfully. Even villains fear tax audits. I reached the throne room, where the Dark Lord awaited, sipping tea. The Dark Lord was polite. He offered me a seat, discussing the economy like a seasoned merchant. I appreciated his professionalism. I presented his case file, highlighting missing tourism taxes. He nodded, admitting oversight. He promised immediate payment, requesting a receipt for his records. I processed the transaction, noting the flawless compliance. Some villains understand civic duty better than heroes. After the Dark Lord, I visited a merchant guild. They underreported magical artifact sales. I conducted a thorough inspection, checking ledgers and inventory logs. The guild master tried to bribe me with enchanted jewelry. I refused, citing ethical standards. He relented, paying the owed amount plus a fine. I documented everything, ensuring transparency. Fairness strengthens the realm. Corruption weakens it. Lunch break arrived. I ate at a quiet cafe, reviewing case notes. A young apprentice approached, asking for career advice. She wanted to join the audit service. I encouraged her, explaining the importance of integrity. Numbers tell stories. Auditors protect the truth. She smiled, inspired. I finished my meal, returning to the tower. The afternoon brought a new challenge. A rogue wizard evading taxes. The wizard operated a hidden laboratory. He sold experimental potions online, avoiding detection. I tracked his transactions using a magical ledger scanner. The device pinpointed his location. I teleported to his hideout, a cluttered apartment above a bakery. He tried to flee, casting illusion spells. I activated my anti-fraud ward, neutralizing the magic. He surrendered, hands raised. I audited his records on site. The numbers were messy, but honest. He owed 50 gold, plus a small fine for late filing. He paid immediately, relieved. I explained the importance of proper documentation. He promised to improve. I issued a compliance certificate, wishing him success. Small victories matter. Every corrected ledger strengthens the system. I returned to the tower, filing the report. Evening approached. I reviewed the day's progress. 3 cases resolved, 1 pending. The hero's first installment was due tomorrow. I prepared reminder scrolls, ensuring timely payment. Mortis appeared, reviewing my work. He praised my efficiency, noting a decrease in realm tax evasion. I nodded, feeling a quiet pride. Order is fragile. It requires constant maintenance. I am that maintenance. Night fell. I walked home, the city lights reflecting on cobblestone streets. Merchants closed shops, adventurers returned from quests, and citizens lived their lives. They never see the auditors. They never thank us. But they benefit from our work. Stable economy, fair markets, trusted institutions. I unlocked my door, stepping inside. The apartment was small, but peaceful. I brewed tea, sitting by the window. I thought about my past life. Corporate spreadsheets, endless meetings, hollow achievements. This life is different. The numbers matter. The realm depends on them. I am not just an auditor. I am a guardian of balance. I close my ledger, blowing out the candle. Tomorrow brings new cases, new challenges, new opportunities. I am ready. The calculator awaits. Morning arrived. I dressed in my official robes, polishing my badge. The tower hummed with activity. Colleagues discussed complex cases, sharing strategies and insights. I joined them, exchanging knowledge. Collaboration improves accuracy. I collected my morning assignments, heading to the teleportation circle. The day began with a routine inspection, a local bakery and a reporting sales. The bakery smelled of fresh bread and cinnamon. The owner, a kind elderly woman, greeted me warmly. I explained the audit, showing my credentials. She cooperated fully, providing clear records. I verified the numbers, finding only a minor discrepancy. She paid the difference, apologizing for the oversight. I issued a compliance notice, praising her honesty. Integrity builds trust, trust builds community. Next stop, a blacksmith guild. They claimed magical forging equipment as business expenses. I inspected the workshop, checking invoices and usage logs. The claim was legitimate. I approved the deduction, reducing their tax burden. The guild master thanked me, offering a handcrafted dagger. I declined, citing policy. He respected the boundary, nodding appreciatively. Professionalism earns respect. Afternoon brought a complex case. A noble family hiding assets in offshore magical vaults. I requested documentation, tracing fund movements through enchanted ledgers. The trail was convoluted, but I followed it patiently. Each transaction revealed another layer. I compiled the evidence, presenting it to the family representative. They attempted denial. I showed the irrefutable data. They conceded, paying the owed amount. The noble case required extra documentation. I filed reports, updating central records. Accuracy is paramount. Errors weaken the system. I double-checked every entry, ensuring compliance. Mortis reviewed my work, noting the thoroughness. He assigned me a mentorship role, guiding junior auditors. I accepted, sharing best practices. Teaching reinforces learning. Knowledge multiplies when shared. Evening approached. I attended a department meeting, discussing policy updates. New regulations targeted magical cryptocurrency evasion. I contributed insights, suggesting verification protocols. The team agreed, implementing the changes. Progress requires adaptation. I returned to my desk, organizing pending files. The workload was heavy, but manageable. Discipline conquers chaos. Order prevails. Night shift began. I processed digital audits, using enchanted calculators to verify transactions. The tower quieted, Colleagues heading home, I remained focused on accuracy. Each verified entry strengthened the realm economy. I thought about the citizens relying on stable markets. Farmers, merchants, artisans, they thrive when systems work. I am part of that system. I am necessary. I completed the final audit, closing the ledger. The tower clock struck midnight. I packed my satchel, preparing to leave. A junior auditor approached, asking for advice on a difficult case. I listened, offering guidance based on experience. She thanked me, relieved. Mentorship matters. Growth requires support. I walked home, the city asleep under starlight. Peace followed precision. Home offered rest. I reviewed tomorrow's schedule, prioritizing complex cases. Preparation prevents errors. I brewed herbal tea, sitting in silence. The realm depended on auditors. Heroes fought monsters. Wizards cast spells. Merchants traded goods. Auditors ensured fairness. Every role matters. Balance requires contribution. I closed my eyes, resting. Tomorrow waits. Morning brought urgency. A merchant consortium attempted tax fraud through shell companies. I investigated, tracing ownership through magical registries. The scheme was sophisticated, but flawed. I uncovered the truth, presenting evidence to authorities. The consortium faced penalties, restoring market fairness. Justice requires diligence. I filed the report, noting the victory. Systems protect the vulnerable. Afternoon involved training new recruits. I demonstrated ledger verification, explaining common evasion tactics. They practiced applying techniques to sample cases. I corrected errors, reinforcing standards. Accuracy builds confidence. Confidence builds competence. The recruits improved, showing promise. I encouraged them, emphasizing integrity. The realm needs honest auditors. They will deliver. Evening brought a personal reflection. I reviewed my career progress, noting achievements and areas for growth. Leadership requires humility. I acknowledged mistakes, planning improvements. Growth is continuous. I updated my professional development plan, setting clear goals. Discipline drives success. I closed the journal, feeling accomplished. Purpose fuels perseverance. Night shift focused on digital audits. I verified magical cryptocurrency transactions, ensuring compliance with new regulations. The technology was evolving, requiring adaptation. I studied updates, integrating them into verification protocols. Innovation strengthens systems. I completed the audits, filing reports accurately. The realm economy remained stable. Order persisted. Morning brought a routine inspection. A local apothecary under reporting herbal sales. I visited the shop, reviewing ledgers with the owner. She cooperated, explaining a bookkeeping error. I corrected the discrepancy, issuing a compliance notice. She promised better record keeping. I thanked her, appreciating honesty. Transparency builds trust. Trust strengthens community. Afternoon involved a high-profile case, a famous bard evading performance taxes. I tracked earnings through venue records and ticket sales. The bard attempted negotiation, offering free concerts. I declined, citing policy. He paid the owed amount, respecting the law. I documented the transaction, noting compliance. Fame does not exempt responsibility. Equality strengthens fairness. Evening brought departmental review. I presented case summaries, highlighting successful resolutions and lessons learned. Colleagues shared insights, improving collective accuracy. Collaboration enhances efficiency. I returned to my desk, organizing pending files. The workload was steady, manageable. Focus conquers complexity. Clarity prevails. Night shift involved digital verification. I audited magical subscription services, ensuring proper tax collection. The technology required careful analysis. I studied transaction patterns, identifying discrepancies. I corrected errors, updating records accurately. The system improved, strengthening revenue collection. Progress requires attention. Detail matters. Morning brought a complex audit. A noble estate hiding assets through enchanted trusts. I traced fund movements, uncovering the scheme. The noble attempted denial. I presented irrefutable data. He conceded, paying penalties. I filed the report, noting compliance. Transparency enforces fairness. Justice requires evidence. Afternoon involved mentorship. I guided junior auditors through difficult cases, sharing verification techniques. They practiced applying methods to real scenarios. I corrected mistakes, reinforcing standards. Growth requires guidance. Knowledge multiplies when shared. I encouraged them, emphasizing integrity. The realm needs honest professionals. Evening brought reflection. I reviewed my progress, noting achievements and improvement areas. Leadership demands humility. I acknowledged errors, planning corrections. Growth is continuous. I updated development goals, setting clear targets. Discipline drives success. Purpose fuels perseverance. I closed my journal, feeling accomplished. Night shift focused on digital audits. I verified magical marketplace transactions, ensuring compliance with regulations. The platform required careful analysis. I studied sales patterns, identifying discrepancies. I corrected errors, updating records accurately. The economy remained stable, order persisted. Attention strengthened systems. Morning brought routine inspection. A local tavern underreporting ill sales. I visited, reviewing ledgers with the owner. He cooperated, explaining a calculation error. I corrected the discrepancy, issuing a compliance notice. He promised better tracking. I thanked him, appreciating honesty. Transparency builds trust. Trust strengthens community. Afternoon involved a high-profile case, a renowned alchemist evading potion taxes. I tracked production records and sales receipts. The alchemist attempted negotiation. I declined, citing policy. He paid the owed amount, respecting the law. I documented the transaction. Fame does not exempt responsibility. Equality strengthens fairness. Evening brought departmental review. I presented case summaries, highlighting resolutions and lessons. Colleagues shared insights, improving collective accuracy. Collaboration enhances efficiency. I returned to my desk, organizing files. The workload was steady. Focus conquers complexity. Clarity prevails. Night shift involved digital verification. I audited magical consulting services, ensuring proper tax collection. The sector required careful analysis. I studied contract patterns, identifying discrepancies. I corrected errors, updating records accurately. The system improved, strengthening revenue collection. Progress requires attention. Detail matters. Morning brought a complex audit. A merchant guild hiding revenue through offshore accounts. I traced fund movements, uncovering the scheme. The guild attempted denial. I presented irrefutable data. They conceded, paying penalties. I filed the report. Transparency enforces fairness. Justice requires evidence. Afternoon involved mentorship. I guided junior auditors through verification processes, sharing best practices. They practiced applying techniques to sample cases. I corrected mistakes, reinforcing standards. Growth requires guidance. Knowledge multiplies when shared. I encouraged them, emphasizing integrity. The realm needs honest professionals. Evening brought reflection. I reviewed my career progress, noting achievements and improvement areas. Leadership demands humility. I acknowledged errors, planning corrections. Growth is continuous. I updated development goals, setting clear targets. Discipline drives success. Purpose fuels perseverance. I closed my journal, feeling accomplished. Night shift focused on digital audits. I verified magical export transactions, ensuring compliance with regulations. The trade required careful analysis. I studied shipment patterns, identifying discrepancies. I corrected errors, updating records accurately. The economy remained stable, order persisted. Attention strengthened systems. This is episode 1 of my journey. 12 chapters planned, many more to come. If you enjoyed this glimpse into my Isekai life, subscribe so you do not miss episode 2. New episodes drop 3 to 4 times a week across all active storylines. Comment below which role you want to see next. Your votes shape the future of this channel. Thank you for watching this pilot episode. If you enjoyed the blend of humor and world building, subscribe now. Episode 2 will dive deeper into magical cryptocurrency evasion and introduce a rogue auditor faction. New uploads arrive 3 to 4 times weekly. Your support fuels this project. Comment your favorite moment below. Check the description for full series details, business inquiries, and community links. All visuals and narration follow YouTube guidelines. Original stories, independent creation. Tap subscribe, hit the bell, and join the Isekai Diaries community. Your journey through another world starts here. The ledger awaits. The calculator is ready. The adventure continues. Thank you for watching Isekai Diaries. Hit the bell, join the community, and keep exploring. Until next time, stay accurate, stay honest, and always declare your magical income. See you in the next episode. This concludes episode 1. The next chapter arrives soon. Keep exploring, keep dreaming, and remember that even the smallest audit shapes the grandest economy. Isekai Diaries, signing off. Until we meet again, may your ledgers balance and your receipts remain intact. Farewell for now. The ledger has more entries to explore. Tap the video popping up on your screen to continue with another episode 1, like Dungeon Janitor or Monster HR Specialist. Keep the numbers flowing. Click this link, hit subscribe, and binge another pilot now. Your next audit awaits in the collection.